Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Poke Trainer Tyson again here from the Poke Trainer Hub. And today I wanted to talk about the top 10 most expensive cards coming out of Terastal Festival EX. Just dropped today in Japan. It's Friday, December 6th as of the recording of this video, and I'm kind of surprised by the list. I think you all will be too. Yeah, let's just go ahead and hop into it. Alright, so first I've got Card Rush pulled up. We're going to use that for our prices just because I know this is a really popular site for folks to buy Japanese cards on. We'll go down the list and I'll give you the breakdown in Japanese to USD, and we'll kind of go from there. So first up we have the Umbreon Master Ball Reverse Holo. Or I guess it's just a holo pattern. So we've recently found that Master Balls are not guaranteed in a box. So it makes sense for these cards to be so high value. I did not expect these cards to be, or one of these cards to be the most expensive card in the set. It's coming in at 42,800 yen. That is $285.50 USD. Yeah, that is a really high cost for essentially what is a basic Pokemon card with a Master Ball on it. But it is Umbreon, and they are super rare, so this one kind of makes sense to me. So number one, we have the Umbreon Master Ball Holo. Number two, we have what I expected to be the number one card in the set, the Umbreon EX SAR. Moonbreon 2.0 comes in at 37,800 yen or 252 USD. Not too far off of the Master Ball version, but I'm very surprised that this one did not come in ahead of the Master Ball version, because it's supposed, or in my brain, before we knew Master Balls were not guaranteed in a box, I thought this would be harder to pull, but it seems like everybody and their mother is pulling some version of a God Pack from this set, and they've made these evolutions really available. So we got number two, the Umbreon Moonbreon 2.0. At number three, we've got another SAR evolution. We've got the Sylveon. Comes in at 13,800 yen, looking at $92. The other thing we want to point out here is that is only two cards in the entire set over $100. Now they are well over $100, but that's only two cards. Very quickly you fall into this lower than $100 range. Really hopeful for collectors. I think this is going to be another set like Shiny Treasures EX that's going to be super printed into the ground, and these card prices are going to come way down. So hopefully if you're somebody who's trying to get all the evolutions, it's not going to hurt your pocket too bad, except for that Umbreon, of course. But yeah, $92 for this really nice Sylveon EX art. At number four, we've got another Master Ball Holo. It is the Sylveon Master Ball Holo, coming in at 12,800 yen or $85. Again, these Master Ball Holos are creeping up the list just because we found that the pull rates are not that great at not even being guaranteed one a box. I would assume that means if you're somebody opening a case is 20 boxes, you'll probably pull something like 5 or 6 maybe. If this is like 151 where every card in the set has a Master Ball Holo, then I can imagine this being a nightmare for people who collect Master Sets of Japanese. Yeah, but number four, the Sylveon at $85. All right, coming in at number five, we have the Eevee Master Ball Holo, coming in at the same 12,800 as the Sylveon Master Ball Holo, so technically tied for fourth, but we'll keep it at fifth. $85 USD. This is the basic evolution. We already have it in English and Surging Sparks with the broken boosted evolution ability. I talked about it a little bit in my first video on the channel. I'll put a card here somewhere. But yeah, it allows you to break the evolution rules of the game. It makes sense to me. This one is going to be not just sought out by collectors, but by players who want to max rarity their deck. So this one makes sense to me being on the list. Yeah. Number five, $85 for the Eevee Master Ball Holo. Number six on the list, we have the Espeon Master Ball Holo, and yes, I promise you they are not all Master Ball Holos for the rest of the list, but the Master Balls really do claim a lot of spots on this top 10 most expensive cards list. For 10,800 yen, that is $72 USD, so again, pretty affordable for people who want to go and just buy a raw copy of the card. But yeah, we have this is just a basic Espeon card with a Master Ball on it. As somebody who's not a huge lover of the Master Balls, I don't think they're bad or anything, but I don't get the hype. This one's kind of surprising to me, but here we are with the number 6 card being the Espeon Master Ball Holo. Number 7, we got the other Espeon in the set. That's a chase card, the SAR, coming in at that same $66 USD or 9,980 yen. This card's beautiful. I'm glad we finally have a high-res scan. In my video that I made about the SAR chase cards in the set. We didn't have the high res scan on Pokebeach yet. This card's amazing, and I think it might be my personal favorite artwork in the set. Coming up really close to that Ursaluna. I do love that Ursaluna, but this one is just absolutely magnificent. For $66, you can go and get a mint copy of the card. And of course, if you've ever bought Japanese before from a store, they do their conditions really, really hard. So if you buy a mint copy, you're probably getting a copy that's going to grade a 9 or a 10 if you feel like you want to grade it. So, yeah, not a bad pickup for $66. This is the number 7 card. Number 8, and we're back on the Master Ball Hollows. The Glaceon, it comes in at that same 9,980 yen or $66. Again, people love these Master Ball Hollows, and they're hard to pull. Number 9 will probably surprise some folks. It definitely surprised me because I feel like this card in English will not be in the number 9 spot if Surging Sparks has anything to say about it. It is the Pikachu, the gold Pikachu, ultra rare, 8,980 yen. That's just 59 USD. I would imagine it's because their version of Surging Sparks just came out. There's a bunch of Pikachus in there that are kind of nicer than this one. A lot of people don't love this version of gold cards that the special sets are doing. So I could see why this one has fallen so low on the list. And there's plenty in stock. As you can see, there's 36. Yeah, it comes in at number 9. Pikachu, or this version of Pikachu, maybe not as popular in Japan as it might be in the States. Our gold Pikachu currently from Surging Sparks is a more than $100 card. I think it might have touched 120, 130. So this one being so low makes me very interested to see what will happen in Prismatic Evolutions when we get this one. And last but not least, on the number 10 spot, very surprising to me as this is the mascot of the set and one of my favorite card in the set, the Eevee SAR. This one comes in at 7,980 or just $53 USD. So for $50, essentially, you can go and get the face card of the set. That's insane to me. I think maybe this one is just easier to pull. I would doubt that's a thing because it's still an SAR, but I'm not sure why it's not that sought after. Of course, it's not as playable as the baby Eevee that we saw earlier in the list, but still, this card's beautiful. It's the face card of the set. People love Eevee. Yeah, I'm super surprised, and that takes me to our honorable mention, and I only threw this one in there because I am very surprised at the price of this one. We'll move over to the other Eevee SAR. When they released this, I thought this was going to be the big thing from the set just because it's a card that we hadn't seen before. This card is only $50 USD, 7,480 yen. It's actually like $49.90 if we do the exact conversion, but I'll call it a $50. So for one $50 bill, you can go get this beautiful SAR card. This art is super nice and unique to me. It was actually done by a chef in Japan, and I think they had won like one of Asia's best chefs a couple years ago. This is a actual dish that they made, and somebody took it, artified it, and put an Eevee on it. Really cool collab that Pokemon got to do, but because it's such a cool collab and such a unique card, I'm very surprised that it comes in at just $50. What all this says to me, all these entries on the list are super reasonable, not too crazy, and all that says to me is that they're going to print a lot of this set. They've already printed a lot of the set. I've seen pictures of people showing their inventory in Japan, and it's just straight up a minute long panning of just a wall of boxes. So I think this one is going to be plentiful in stock. They've proven that through the prices. The Master Balls are going to be crazy and hard to pull. If you're somebody who wants to master set it, be prepared to pay for that Umbreon Master Ball. But yeah, just wanted to hop in, make a quick one, especially since we've been talking so much about Terastal Festival the last few days, and look at the top 10 most expensive cards. If you are an investor, I think I agree with somebody like Brian from Poke&E. This is giving Shiny Treasures EX vibes. Don't rush out and buy a bunch of boxes, or if you're somebody who's a collector, even don't run out and buy a bunch of boxes. Don't FOMO into this. There's going to be a ton of stock. They're going to do like Shiny Treasures and be down to 40, probably touching $35 at some point because there's going to be too much stock. So hold off. Take this as a sign that the set is plentiful. Hopefully on the English side, some version of this can happen with Prismatic Evolutions, because those prices are going absolutely insane, and I would like for the cards to be as affordable as these in Japan. But yeah, that's all for today's video. Again, please like, comment, subscribe, share the video, click the links in the bio, go to all the socials. It's been Poke Trainer Tyson from the Poke Trainer Hub. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good night.